Hi everyone, I'm back with another Shrink My Stash Empties video. My bin is full, but I feel like I don't have as many products as usual, but I have some larger candles that kind of took up all the space. So I'm gonna jump right in and start off with Yankee. I have a couple Yankees here I finished off. The first is this large jar in Peeps Marshmallow Chicks. Cute little label. I picked this up at last year's semi-annual sale for 75% off. Just a nice, really sweet marshmallow scent, sugary marshmallow. Sorry for the noise. I burned it, of course. I had it for Easter. I started burning it at the end of February and it lasted until mid-April. This candle took forever to burn. And the large jars last about 150 hours, so they take forever anyway, especially if you're used to like the Bath & Body Works candles from the past couple years that burn super quick. It burned beautifully. As you can see, Yankee tends to burn very clean. No soot, no wax deposits, no tunneling. Beautiful burn. But as with most candles from Yankee last year, almost no throw. Now this one did seem to have some layers. I got no throw for the first several inches, and then it was pretty strong. I could smell it, and then nothing. And then one day I would be able to smell it, and then nothing. I feel like the oils were not well blended into the wax at all. And that's really inexcusable to me for Yankee because they're a candle company. All the other candle companies manage to properly mix their candles. So, you guys know I'm over Yankee. But it was annoying. I had it in the entryway, so it was a smaller space. On the days that it had a throw, it smelled really nice. And most days, it smelled like nothing. So I would not repurchase that, even though the scent is nice. I like that sugary sweet marshmallow scent, but it does no good if you can't smell it. The other one I have from Yankee here, I actually had some success with. This is Tranquil Escape. This is one of those like dual poured candles where two sides were in lavender and the other two were eucalyptus. I really enjoyed this. I purchased this one because I love a discontinued candle from Bath & Body Works called Lavender Market. And Lavender Market was lavender, eucalyptus, mint, and vanilla. And it was a beautiful candle. I have one left that I'm so afraid to burn because I don't want to get rid of it. And when I smelled this one in stores, it smelled very similar. So I did pick up one, and I think there were like 3 or 4. I found them in my outlet. And I wish I would have picked the others up, but I didn't expect any throw from it. So I only got one, and I should have got the others. This had an amazing throw. It's not yellow label. It sure does look yellow label on the camera, doesn't it? There you go. So, I don't know why it was at the outlet, if it was just overstock or what. But it smelled so good. Very similar to Lavender Market. Not exactly the same, but very similar. But as you can see, it did not burn well. Horrible wax deposits. I dealt with tunneling. There's soot at the top. So it was like, I'm used to Yankee burning very clean and having no scent throw. And now here's one with a great scent throw and it burns like crap. So still over Yankee. But to be honest, if I saw this candle again, I would absolutely repurchase it just because I really enjoyed the scent. And I have no idea where the lid went for that one. And then I do have another large jar here. This is from Better Homes and Gardens, of course from Walmart, in Frosted Honey Cake. And this is a really great scent. It's amazing. Super strong honey with a sweet bakery note. I love this fragrance. Unfortunately, the candle was very, very light. I had it burning here in this luminary on my dining room table. And very light throw. You could smell it if you were sitting at the table, but not really anywhere else. It did have some tunneling problems. You can see some wax deposits, and on this side here, a little bit of soot at the top. I do burn these with Yankee, the little metal rings that go on top that have a name that is completely escaping me right now. Anyway, the little metal toppers that are meant to prevent sooting. I do put them on my Better Homes and Gardens jars, even though they don't fit perfectly. It cuts down on the sooting, but as you can see, still some soot on that one. I do really like that fragrance. I've been using the wax melt and it's so strong in the wax melt. So I will continue to purchase it, but only in the wax melt form, not in the candle. And the last non-Bath & Body Works candle that I have here is Country Market from 719 Walnut Avenue. This, I believe, was from this year's spring collection. It's just a sweet kind of vanilla berry scent. I don't know if they do put descriptions. Freshly picked, juicy berry and watermelon. I don't get any watermelon. I get a berry, like maybe a strawberry, and vanilla. Kind of light. Unfortunately, it did not. Okay, this candle frustrated me because I've mentioned before, as I've been burning these, that every time I burn one, I'm less likely to buy another one because I have so many burn problems with them. And then I lit this one and it was beautiful. It still had the tiny wicks, but it had decent flames, nice big flames. It burned evenly. I had it in the kitchen and when I walked in, I could smell it. It was a light scent, but I could smell it. It burned so beautifully. And then halfway down, just stopped. Now it did leave some wax deposits, but I don't care. It burned. It was lovely. And then right around here, I got tiny little flames. It started putting itself out, tunneling, drowning wicks, everything that is wrong with this brand of candle. So I got like half of a decent candle out of it. I did continue burning it, but there was no scent for the rest of the candle. And you can see at the bottom, it just got gross. So would not repurchase that. And I think I have one or two left from this brand, but I'm not repurchasing anything from that brand. It's just too much of a hassle, even though they're so cheap. So moving on to my Bath & Body Works 3-wick candles. I have an old one here. This is Green Grass. This is back from the Slatkin & Co. days, the great fragrance days. Slatkin had some really nice fragrances. I cannot get this to focus well. I apologize, guys. My lighting in here is really bad. Anyway, I'll show you the notes on the bottom here if I can get it to focus. Refreshing as shaded grass on a warm sunny day, dewy greens and Meyer lemon infused with lily of the valley and a touch of jasmine. There's no lemon in this at all, and I don't get any of the jasmine. Maybe some of the lily. There is a light floral note. It's not jasmine. It smells like somebody has the lawnmower going outside without the gasoline scent. It is fresh cut grass. It is a true to life fresh cut grass scent, and I loved it. I think it's great for spring. Around here, I don't like to have the windows open too often. One, because my cat will tear up the screens and we are renting, so I don't feel like paying for those. Two, because as you can see, there's a public grilling area for my apartment complex there, and the pool is right there, and it makes for a lovely view. But when the windows are open, everybody out there can hear every word said in this apartment and vice versa. It is not fun. So I really like to have this scent going. It gave it a fresh, clean, springy scent in the house. If it were to come back, I would absolutely repurchase it. It did have tiny flames. These older candles, this is right around when the old ones started getting the puny wicks and the teeny tiny drowning flames. And then they reformulated and they did better, and now they're horrible again, but what can you do? But this one burned pretty well. A few wax deposits, no tunneling. A couple times I had really small flames, but they never put themselves out and it self-corrected. So it was a good candle, and I would repurchase that scent if it came back. The next one I have here is Happy Sunshine and Green Daisies. Happiness is enjoying a cheerful blend of soft daisy petals, dewy garden greens, and a hint of jasmine. Again, it's a floral, but I don't think it's jasmine. I'm not a fan of jasmine, and I can usually identify it in fragrances. I just don't get jasmine out of this. To me, this smells like Bath & Body Works Butterfly Flower Body Care. And I've mentioned that before. I think I've had one or two of these in my empties. I have 3 or 4 left. I bought a ton. Really love that scent. Need it to come back. I would absolutely repurchase it. It burned beautifully. The wax deposit there is my fault. When 2 of the flames went out last night, I just poured all the melted wax into a warmer to keep the scent going. But it burned beautifully. I do have one mason jar here. This is in Twisted Peppermint. Very out of season, but peppermint is such a clean fragrance. It really works all year round for me. I had this going in the guest bath, which is where the litter box is. So it was just a nice clean scent. I love twisted peppermint. I would absolutely repurchase. I did have some wax deposits here, and the wick went out with quite a bit of wax left in the bottom, but it had an amazing throw. Really enjoyed it. Definitely repurchase. Then I have 2 mini candles here. This first one is Lavender Vanilla. Burned beautifully, had almost no throw. I really like this scent, and I like these little colored glass jars, especially for the minis, because they look really pretty in the luminary that I use them in. But I use them in my bathroom, and this one just, even with the door closed for hours, could not smell it, which is unfortunate because I really enjoy the Lavender Vanilla scent. And then my last candle here is a mini in Espresso Bar. I've talked about this one before. I love it. A coffee scent with a chocolate note. Love it. My boyfriend hates it, but I really enjoy it. I will absolutely repurchase it, and I have, as it's come back in its many, many forms. So I'm going to move on to wax melts now. I have 3 here from Better Homes and Gardens. The first is Buttercups and Bluebells. I may have talked about this one before. It smells very similar to the Happy, and thus very similar to Butterfly Flower. I think it has a stronger like honeysuckle type note to it, but I really, really enjoyed it, and I will absolutely repurchase it. The next one I have is Rainy Spring Day. I use this in my son's nursery. It is a really light, you can smell it, it's just a light scent, it's not heavy, which is what I prefer to use in the nursery, is something light so it's not too much for him. It's clean, it's a little bit of greenery, and you get that watery kind of ozone smell. It's really, really pretty, very clean. I enjoyed it, and I would repurchase it. And finally, this one's also very out of season, Crisp Fall Leaves. I've talked about this one, especially in my Empties videos from the fall. I love this scent. It's amazing. It's kind of clean, but very comfy and homey. A little bit of a cinnamon note to it. Absolutely love that. Will always repurchase it. Then I have a couple here from Sensationals. This first one is Chai Tea. Focus. There we go. This is amazing. This is a dead-on, strong chai tea spice scent. Really enjoyed it. I think you definitely get the tea note too. It's not just the chai spices. The tea note is definitely there. I loved this. My boyfriend wasn't as big of a fan. I love chai tea though. I drink chai tea all the time. He prefers like jasmine or other teas, but he thought it smelled kind of medicinal when it was burning. I didn't get that at all, and I would absolutely repurchase it. I have Blackberry Cider. I don't really remember. Okay, this one, I've talked about this one before. It is so similar to a Bath & Body Works scent. Not Black Raspberry Vanilla. Blackberry Bramble Tea, I think. It's very similar to Blackberry Bramble Tea. Maybe a little sweeter. Focus, please. There we go. I liked it. It's not my all-time favorite, though. There was something about it that was a little too heavy. I prefer my fruity scents to be a bit lighter, but it was good. I just didn't love it enough to repurchase, I think. Then I have here Blueberry Flapjacks. I use this one in my son's nursery as well. I liked that this one had the blueberry and the bakery note, but the syrup, that mapley syrup note, was very, very light, which I prefer because I hate that syrupy note. Yes, I'm one of the few people on the planet that thinks pumpkin pecan waffles is horrible. I don't like that maple syrup note. But this is mostly just like I'd say this is closer to a blueberry syrup. Really good. I enjoyed it, but it's not the kind of fragrance I want in the main rooms of my house. But it was fun for my son's nursery. But I don't think I would repurchase it. And then finally from Sensationals, this is Two Step. Did not like this one. No. It smells like public bathroom cleaner when you melt it. On cold, just smelling the container here, it just smells fresh and clean. But it takes on this weird... if you've ever been in like a theme park bathroom right after they clean it, and they use such strongly scented chemicals to cover the smell of it being a public bathroom, that's what that smells like. It's horrible. You don't want your house smelling like that. Would not repurchase. And then finally, I have one from Febreze in white tea verbena. I thought this would be really nice. It had a nice white tea scent on cold. It smells really good in the package now. A really pretty white tea scent. When it melts, it smells like public bathroom cleaner. Very similar to the two-step. It was just really, really unpleasant. It had a strong throw, but it was a bad scent. I would not repurchase that. I do not want my house smelling like public bathroom. Okay, so, oh no, that wasn't the end of home fragrance. I do have a couple more items here. I have one wallflower from Bath & Body Works in Winter Garland. I just kind of wrote the name on there. I've mentioned before, I'm trying to get rid of my wallflowers. I don't really like them. This, I think I have 4 left after this one. I have 1 in and 3 more to go. And I think they're all Winter Garland scented. I actually really like this. It's a pine scent with a berry. And there's something in it that's a little metallic though. But it's fine. I have it in the master bathroom. And like I said, I'm going to use up the ones I have and then no more wallflowers. I finished off a Bath & Body Works room spray in Turquoise Waters. I do not care for the formula in these larger jars. I really prefer the concentrated room sprays in the smaller jars. As for the fragrance, Turquoise Waters, I really liked when it came out. It's very fresh and clean. But I got so sick of it. This was in our master bathroom for a while. Then I had it in the hall closet. Like I moved it all around the house to try to break up like using it all the time. But I just got so sick of it. We've been using it for almost 2 years and I'm so glad it's gone. I will not be repurchasing that. And then finally for home fragrance is this Glade Something Sweet Cotton Candy Room Spray. Love the scent, absolutely loved it. And unfortunately, it's not empty. There's still a little bit left in the bottom, but the trigger on top broke and I can't get anything else out of it. But it is a really nice scent. And if it comes back, I would repurchase it. I really enjoyed it. So now moving on to my body care. I have 2 hand soaps here. The first is a foaming hand soap in Provence Garden. Focus, there we go, sort of. Really pretty packaging, I think. And then the notes on the side here are green apple, fresh coriander, and juicy tangerine. The coriander note was super strong. This was a very, very herbal scent. I did not get any tangerine, a hint of apple. It was mostly just green and herbal, and I really, really enjoyed it. If that comes back, I will absolutely repurchase. And then I have 1 deep cleansing soap in French lavender. I've talked about this before. I've had several of these in my Empties video. It's a nice, true herbal lavender scent. I enjoyed it. I would repurchase it. I've got a couple pocket backs here. I've talked about this one before. This is Home Run Green Grass. It smells almost identical to the green grass candle. I really enjoyed it. I would repurchase it. Another one that you've seen in my videos before, Be Good Honey Vanilla. You know I love this one if you've seen my Empties videos. I want this to come out in a body care. It's an amazing, sweet honey vanilla scent. I have 1 more of these left, and I will be sad when it is gone, and I would absolutely repurchase it if it came back. This one here is Freshpicked Apple Blossoms. This smelled very, very similar to Beautiful Day to me. Not identical, but close enough that if you have one, you're not going to need the other. It was okay, but I've mentioned, I think in my last Empties video, I'm just kind of burnt out on Beautiful Day right now. So it was okay, but I didn't love it, and I wouldn't repurchase it. And my last hand sanitizer, this is Black Pearl. There we go. The packaging's really pretty on this. I liked the scent. It reminded me a lot of the rock candy scent that you can get from a lot of wax vendors. Just a sweet candy scent. I enjoyed it. The only thing I didn't like, and you can't really tell, this is one of the pocket backs with glitter. Most of the pocket backs left in my spring challenge are the ones with glitter. I don't like them. I'm definitely not going to be buying any more of the ones with glitter. I just don't really care for it. The scent was nice though. I would repurchase something in the scent without the glitter. Now for body wash, this first one does not look empty. This is Pink Chiffon travel size. We did finish this off. I held on to the container because I like this mini size for my son's bathroom. I use the shower gel as a bubble bath for him. So I kept this one because it was my very last travel size shower gel, and I've just been refilling it with other shower gels to use as bubble bath for him. So I have no more travel shower gels left. I do have this one bottle that I'm going to keep refilling. As for the fragrance, I've really been into pink chiffon lately. I've always liked it, but here recently I've been using a couple of the sanitizers and the body wash, and I just really like it. So I would absolutely repurchase the scent. I will not be repurchasing travel size shower gels though. They just don't last long enough for me. I prefer the full size. Finished off this full-size Sweet on Paris shower gel. So sad to see this go. I love this scent. I have a couple, I think I have 3 items left. A spray, a lotion, and a little bit of a shimmer mist. But this is an amazing scent. Now the shower gel did smell a little different than the body care. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. To me, the raspberry note was a lot stronger in the shower gel than the body care. Oh, but that's still amazing. Let me see if the notes are on the back here. You're not going to be able to see them well on camera, but it says, let's see here, an enticing medley of juicy blackberry, lemon meringue, and creamy vanilla. I would say raspberry rather than blackberry. But the lemon meringue and the vanilla, it's like a creamy vanilla, that's what they said. Never mind. So the lemon meringue, the creamy vanilla are definitely there, but I would call it more of a raspberry than a blackberry. The raspberry tart you can see right there is exactly what the shower gel smelled like. It smelled exactly like a raspberry tart. The body care, I think, has more of the vanilla, but this was amazing, and I need Bath & Body Works to bring it back because that is one of my all-time favorite scents, definitely in the top 3, and I will be very, very, very sad to see the last of that go. So I definitely need that to come back, and I would hoard so much of it. I did finish a bubble bath. This is the Mad About You Luxury Bubble Bath. I think I had a Mad About You product in my last Empties video and said I was pretty much kind of just unimpressed with the scent, but to be honest, I really enjoyed the bubble bath. So I think this is one of those scents that I just don't like as a daily scent. I don't remember if it was a body wash or a lotion or both that were in my last Empties video. I just wasn't impressed. But as a bubble bath, the scent was stronger and sweeter, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm actually using the EDT right now at night, and I'm really enjoying that too. So I think this is one of those scents that it really depends. The scent itself changes based on the form it's in, and I think I'm just picky about this particular scent. But it was really good. I would repurchase it in a bubble bath, but as I said, not like the lotion or anything. And then I finished one scrub. This is the Moonlight Path Golden Sugar Scrub. I enjoyed this. I like the Moonlight Path scent. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but I like it. I liked the coarseness of the sugar granules. This is more of an oily scrub. It reminded me of the aromatherapy scrubs. Not as good. You guys know those are my scrubs. I love them. This wasn't as good. It was very close. But it's pretty much the same price. I think those are $16. This is $16.50. I got it 75% off. I would never pay $16.50 for this scrub. But this didn't last. I think it lasted like 3 showers. That was it. I would never pay $16 for something that's going to last 3 showers. So I would not repurchase it. If I found more of these golden sugar scrubs 75% off, then maybe I would, like if I had a coupon. But for full price or even like the buy 3 get 3, absolutely not. I need a scrub that lasts longer than 3 showers. Okay, just a few products left here. I know this video is getting long. I have one kind of random body care. This is a lip moisturizer. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. This is the Vaseline Lip Therapy Cocoa Butter. I've only ever had like 1 or 2 lip glosses in my Empties. It takes me forever to use them. Most of my lip gloss stash is from Bath & Body Works, but this past winter my lips got really dry, and this was the only thing that could fix them. Everything else just made them worse, and wearing this for 2 or 3 days and they would heal completely. So I finished this off. I do already have a backup, but now that it's spring, I'm not really running into that lip chap problem as much, so I've gone back to using my Bath & Body Works lip glosses. but that is really good, and I will definitely be keeping one of those in my stash for winter because it did an amazing job. And then for moisturizers, I have a body cream in Butterfly Flower. Guys, this is my all-time favorite body care scent, so obviously I would repurchase it. I enjoyed it. It's a really great floral honeysuckle type scent. Absolutely loved it. And then I finished a body butter in Honey Mania from the Body Shop. I've talked about this. It's my favorite Body Shop fragrance. I would absolutely repurchase it. It's sweet, it's floral. It's just really, really good. I will absolutely repurchase that. I finished one full-size fine fragrance mist. This is in Honey Sweetheart, and I did use this with the Honey Mania body butter. It did have a really sweet note, but it was also kind of floral. It reminded me a lot of Pink Chiffon. If you have Pink Chiffon, I say you don't need this. They're not the exact same, but they are so similar that it's pretty much interchangeable. I did really enjoy this, and I would either repurchase it or just use Pink Chiffon. And the final item I have here is a mini EDT in Forever Red Vanilla Rum. There we go. This was a limited edition fragrance. It's the original Forever Red, which does have a rum scent in it, and the rum was just intensified in this one. A lot of people said that they could not tell the difference, that it smelled exactly the same. And to me, it does on the bottle, but on my skin, it's totally a different fragrance. This is unfortunately the only item I had in the vanilla rum scent. I really enjoyed it, and if I ever find more of it, I will pick it up. But I do have a lot of Forever Red, and I enjoy that as well. But like I said, this just turns into a different fragrance on my skin, and I really enjoyed it. My boyfriend really liked it. He commented on it a few times, and he rarely comments on, my perfumes or body fragrances since he's so used to me using so many. But this was really good, and I would repurchase it for sure. So that is it. That is my empties for the past several weeks. I've got about a month left in my spring challenge. I don't know if you should expect an empties video anytime soon. Maybe it may be that full month before I do another one, because I've pretty much used up all of the partially used products in my spring challenge. So at this point, I'm starting with full products, usually older ones. I'm mixing in a couple new ones. So it's going to take me longer to get empties. But then, of course, once I start my summer challenge, my empties should pick back up as I finish off the partially used products there. So thank you all for watching, and I will be back with another video hopefully within about a month. Bye.